Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, 23rd July, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, COVID-19 responsible for suspension of a whole one-day match. And in our feature for this evening, CBIS principal expresses gratitude. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Nevis is safe. Nevis is ready to welcome the old, the young, and the very young like me. We are doing our best so you can enjoy your rest. The sun, sea, and sand of our beautiful shores awaits you.
Well, I'm back, and we start with athletics. The Olympic torch relay has concluded with a ceremony at the Citizens Plaza of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government in Shinjuku City, Tokyo, attended by Governor of Tokyo, Koki Yuniko, and the Mayor, Shinjuku-ku Yoshishima Kenichi. Final torchbearer Nakamura Kankuro, the sixth, kabuki actor, placed the Olympic flame on a special celebration cauldron. And so the Olympics are officially off and running. Now to cricket. The second one-day match between the West Indies and Australia was postponed moments before the first ball was bowled after a positive COVID test emerged from the West Indies camp. The toss had taken place and teams named when the test result came through, sending both squads, match officials, and TV crew into isolation. The second Citi Insurance one-day match between West Indies and Australia has been postponed due to a positive COVID-19 test result from a non-playing member of the West Indies staff. A CWI statement said this decision was taken after the toss at Kensington Oval once the result was known. The established COVID-19 protocols stipulate that all members of both teams and match officials will return immediately to the team hotel and will be retested later today. That was last evening. They will remain in isolation in their hotel rooms until their PCR test results are returned. A decision on when the match will be replayed will be made known at a later date once all of the test results are confirmed. Johnny Grave, the Cricket West Indies CEO, said that it was hoped that the results of the fresh round of tests would be known by Friday morning. The events will put the remainder of the series in doubt, with the final one-day match scheduled to take place on Saturday, and will also throw uncertainty over Australia heading to Bangladesh for the 5-match T20 series, which was confirmed yesterday. After this series, West Indies are due to face Pakistan in a 5-match T20 series, followed by 2 test matches. Pakistan arrived in Barbados, where the first 2 T20s are scheduled to be played on Wednesday after their tour of England. We'll take this break, and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty food will reduce your cravings for salty food.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt?
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup.
Get salt smart.
I am salt smart.
Let's get salt smart.
We are salt smart.
Well, I'm back, and tonight swimming is in the spotlight. Principal at the Cicely Brown Integrated School, CBIS, Mrs. Violet Clark, on Wednesday expressed her gratitude to the coordinators of the Swim to Win program for involving and including her school. Let's take in this. I now have the opportunity to speak to the principal at the CBIS, and she is Mrs. Violet Clark. And I want to thank her so much for being here, because part of the program today is geared towards her school. And the children at the special program, special needs school, they are here enjoying themselves back of us. You must be elated to have your children being a part of this program.
Yes, I very much am elated to see the children working. They have gained tremendously with this Swim to Win program. They have had so many wow moments, you know, that look, I did it kind of moment. Every child has to have that moment where you can see that I gained a skill and I'm happy that I'm able to do it. So children were frightened to go into the water. They were sitting on the side for a while, but after even 2 days, the children warmed to it. They started to push off from the side, blow bubbles in the water, float on their back. We have some amazing footage for you all to see.
And guess what? A lot of these children, well, maybe not these children, but children who have passed through your school would have qualified for the Special Olympics and would have gotten medals to bring back to Nevis. So I'm certainly hopeful that some of these would also go that.
Yes, so what happened back in the past, we're very grateful. We're here at the Eden Life Center. I just want to give a big shout out to Mrs. Idris Fellows. She was one of the trainers that trained our students to go to the Olympics. And so I'm very excited that her program and all the other persons are, you know, seeing swimming as an important part of the curriculum. So I just want to put that thank you in there.
Well, thank you so much for your involvement and for making sure that your children are kept happy and motivated and learning to swim in the process. Thank you so much.
So I just like to thank Mrs. Terry Andrews, Mrs. McClendon, Mrs. Dorr and Miss Claxton, the Nevis Island Administration for supporting the program, the Swim to Win instructors, and of course, I cannot forget my dedicated teachers who are here in the pool with the students, also making sure that they're safe. And thank you, parents, for sending your children out to us. We are very, very happy with the progress so far.
And thank you too, Ms. Clark. All the best. Well, that's our package for this evening and indeed for the week. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and a sacrifice. Have a good night and a tremendous weekend.